Welcome everyone to Annapolis, Maryland, home of the Navy Midshipmen. As we'll see a team from the American, the Temple Owls, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Temple about to kick it off and get this game underway. Bringing it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the Navy Midshipmen will go on offense first to start this game. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football. But we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards, when you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. Still on his feet at the 40. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Guys, let's chat a bit about Navy. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really...
Oh, a lot of space. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
And what a great decision by the quarterback. Like, it's such a timing and art when you run this option. Like, you want to get those guys to collapse on you like he does and get that pitch man open. And then you see now he has space to run down the field and make the big play.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Temple's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-timer baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Throws to the tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brooks. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's McWilliams. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
When I see the defense in man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner, trying to get a great matchup on the outside, take advantage of it to make big plays.
Gonna look downfield again. The Owls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. And they're able to get him on the ground. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. The defense just gives back its mini victory of forcing the field goal try with the roughing the kicker penalty, and now they'll have to come up with a stop in the red zone. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Owls!
Touchdown. Temple. Number 8. Hauls it in the end zone.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he knocked that one right down the middle. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Navy will go back on the attack. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Got him downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. Leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. They go right back to it. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The brigade celebrating another 1st down, and that's really the way Navy's always done it. You can even think back to the great Napoleon McCallum, who ran through defenses at will.
Simple, but so disciplined, right? Like running the option year after year, you got to have discipline. Not surprising, Navy is always good at it because so many young men with such discipline, they can run a system and really just continue to methodically move the ball down the field.
Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Out of the gun to give to the back. Breaks into the open. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. He'll pull it on the read. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Navy!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
At the end of the quarter, Navy has the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times, those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times, good things happen.
They get him on the ground, but he's got enough to give Temple the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll try the run. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. Looking for room. It's Rhodes. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. And the Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Temple! A long run from the running back, not exactly setting any land speed records, but he got the job done.
It was a long run that took a long time because he's not the fastest guy in the world. But it doesn't matter, right? Get that nose for the end zone, get in the goal line. That's all that matters. That's all we're keeping score. That 6 counts for just as much as all those fast guys that get there in a hurry.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. North Texas has the lead right now. The good folks in Denton have been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 13 over Army. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They're going to run it.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll leave it with him. Still running at the 40. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Caught behind the line. It's Cheek. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up second down.
He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Had nowhere to go with that one, had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. So they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Brooks. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete to the right. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
To the air on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Brooks. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Caught in the backfield, it's Strong. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They just keep firing. Snagged out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And here comes the Navy offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Couldn't quite make the connection, now staring at a 3rd down. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. They go to the ground. Plows through the defense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Rides to back and leaves it. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Right down the boulevard. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20 to 14. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this 1st half. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Here's the handoff. There he goes! Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. And the Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Here's the pressure. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. Temple lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Hands it off. Makes it past the marker. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires one high and deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Annapolis. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the hallowed grounds of the U.S. Naval Academy.
Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They'll start the third quarter with the run. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. The Owls with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Trying play action.
We love to see this on offense early.
Pulls it in on the right. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Got it in the middle, it's Brooks. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Makes the catch, it's McWilliams. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Owls lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Makes the grab. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Touchdown Owls! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. North Texas is running away with this one behind an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 17 over Army. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Lofts one high and deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, midshipmen. They take the lead with the 6.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. Catch in the middle, it's McWilliams. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Now on first down from the 28.
That's a first down for the offense.
Takes the handoff. It's strong. Spins away from the defender. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's McWilliams. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Temple lining up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. They wrap him up, and boy, that comes when the defense needed it the most.
Well, a big key for this defense coming into this game was, could they impact this guy when he drops back to pass? We all know he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football. They weren't sure, honestly, if they were even going to be able to get him to the ground. They just wanted him to get rid of the football earlier than he needed to. But that time, in the second half, they come away with their first sack of the game, and that is going to be a big shot in the arm for this defense.
This guy can throw it. Nobody fooled with the trickeration. It'll bring up fourth down. Navy will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Goes to the option. Now the toss. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Punt is in the air. He came so close to pinning them deep, but maybe just a little too greedy. Tried to get it too close, and it'll come out to the 20. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They're going to ride this running back. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on 2nd down. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. Breaks into the open. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. We've reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. They run the reverse. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now on 2nd down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Try to barge their way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man.
Touchdown, Navy! And they take it in for 6 more points. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th. He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Solid pick up of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
3rd down coming.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle, it's Brooks. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And 1st down for the offense.
Firing to the right, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
35-yard line. 2nd down.
Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. On third down, he drops to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he's got some space. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Colorado is getting stomped. You could bring back any of the greats they've had there, Cordell Stewart or Rashaan Salam. None of them would make a difference today.
Wants to go up top on first down.
They're trailing by 15 to Kansas State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on third and long. He'll off one deep down the left side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass? And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
First down for the offense.
Handoff to the single back. Breaks the tackle. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
Brings up second down.
The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. He's knocked down at the 33, and that's short of the line to gain. And let's see what they do on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires toward the end zone. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
34.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Orji. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Quarterback on the keeper. Pass the first down marker and still running. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, midshipman! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the fourth quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
Line lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Extra point.
And they did tack on the extra point. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Looking for space, it's Rhodes. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's got him this time. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's McWilliams. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. The play action fake. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge 3rd down. Catch in the middle. It's Brooks. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Grab behind the line. It's Brooks.
And this is the time where I'm a defense. I'm slow to get up. I'm making sure I stay on that offensive player. I'm trying to eat up as much clock and make this offense burn as much clock, Palmer, as I can.
And this coaching staff right now, you know they're looking at the analytics too, right? How many timeouts do we have left? We want to think about dialing up some play calls that get guys catching the football or get the ball out of bounds to stop the clock. You've got a good rhythm right here. You're in a good position in the field to go win this thing, but you've got to be really smart with your play calls.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. On target. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And this is almost certainly 4-down territory, down 6, and needing a touchdown in the point after to take the lead. Caught over the middle. It's McWilliams. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. Off the play fake. Under fire. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Owls. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now an extra point away from taking the lead late in this ball game.
Big extra point coming. It would give them the lead late. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the 4th. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Fires to the big fella. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Quick strike complete. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got the back over the middle. Got room at the 35. Quick step and go. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. Smashes it between the uprights. Celebration is wild on the sidelines as they've taken the lead in the final seconds.
How about the kicker coming through in a must-have moment? They had to have this kick to take the lead late in the ball game. All the pressure, give me all the pressure, and he comes through in the clutch.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waiting moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this team.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.